Hey there, welcome back to Leadership Unleashed. I'm Daphne Walbridge. So, today I want to be sharing three things that I wish I had known earlier in my leadership journey. And these are game changers, especially if you are starting off your leadership journey or even if you're a seasoned leader. I think these are really great tips and tricks, and I thought today is a perfect day to share them with you. So I'm really excited about these. Make sure to grab a pen and a paper, and we're going to dive in. All right, so I hope you're ready. Three insights I want to share with you today. So, the first insight that I learned as I was evolving on my leadership journey is the importance to find the hidden influencers in your school. So these are your unofficial leaders, right? You know who they are, the people who have gravitas, people who are highly respected, people who have, I guess, a good social circle, who prepare or who offer quality work. They're your kind of, we call them our rock stars, right? So these individuals can become and should become, as a leader, your allies. And you want to bring them into the game as soon as possible, especially if you want to launch initiatives and you want to get buy-in. As you know, often this doesn't happen, from the top down. You kind of have to feed it within the ecosystem. And the best way to do this is to figure out who has the unofficial power and to lobby them authentically, obviously, and to develop these relationships, these nurturing professional relationships where you're going to be able to tap into their wisdom, consult with them, get feedback so you can improve your leadership and you can be a better service to your school. So, I have an example of this when I was coaching a principal a few years ago, and she came to me with an issue she was having, to get buy in. She was feeling that she was getting some resistance during staff meetings, and now she had to present a new initiative, and she was a little bit worried because she just felt that the mood was low. So, and there was always this one teacher who would kind of speak out first, and she would then set the tone, right? You know how it works. One person decides to speak up, and then all of a sudden everybody jumps on board with their point of view. So she told me about this person, and I said, well, you know what? You need to be a step ahead of her. So you want to launch this initiative. Why not meet with this person and explain to her, what you're planning on doing. Make sure to highlight her strengths authentically. You don't want to be inauthentic, obviously, but you want to highlight for her, okay, here's what I see. You're strong in this. You're really good at doing this. I need your help. Here's why I need your help. Be specific and, get buy-in from that person, because that come that staff meeting, instead of her speaking out against it, she would be an ally, and then it would shift the pendulum would shift the other way. Well, lo and behold, this is what she did. And she found this influencer. She lobbied her. She made sure to tap into her wisdom. She sought feedback. She consulted, and she got buy-in. She was able to manage to launched the initiative with a lot less resistance because she was able to answer the questions that the staff would have, right? Because she brought those questions to her. She was able to get the full 180, and she was better prepared because of it. So that's really important, to find your hidden influencers in your school or in your organization and lobby them, right? Make sure to get them on your side before something is released. All right, so insight number 2, lead through questions and not answers. Now, this is a big one because We are often fixers. I know I am. I want to fix everything. I want to help everyone out. I want to swoop in and save the day. But you're not building capacity when you're doing that. You're not building the skills or the skill set your subordinates need to flourish on their own and to develop. So, as a new principal, it's really tempting to want to jump in and have all the answers and fix everything. But refrain from doing so. And here's an example of what I like to do with my principals when I work with them. They'll often, send me a little message. Do you have 2 minutes? And as soon as I see that, I know that, okay, it's not going to take 2 minutes. First of all, it's going to take at least 10 to 15, but that's okay. And so they come to me with an issue. Now, I'm still working on this, but normally what I'm going to try to do now is ask him, first of all, do you want me, what do you want as a role for me? Do you want me to just listen and be a sounding board, or do you want me to coach you and like do you want me to respond? Like, do you want me to tell you what to do? What do you want? What is my role here? And often they're going to want me to respond. They're going to want me to give them the answer. So it's kind of a trick question. But I say, okay, well, then tell me what you have in mind first, because I'm sure you've thought of a plan. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to validate. I'm going to tell you if you're on the right track or not, because I know you've thought of it. I know you have a possible solution. So let's look at that first before I jump in. You see what I did there? Because I let the person do the work first for herself so she can build her skill set. And then I jump in if I need to help her tweak something or guide her on in another direction or whatnot. So that's really important because, again, you're empowering them and you're becoming a multiplier. Remember, I talked about this in a few episodes ago. We talked about multipliers, and that's what you want to be. Now, if you want to read a great book about this, The Advice Trap is a really good book. I'm going to put the link to that book in the show notes of this. It's really good. It kind of coaches you on how to be a coach rather than, showing up with all the answers. So that's insight number 2. You want to lead through questions and not answers. And, it's a muscle you're going to develop. At first it's hard because you're not used to it, but over time, you do become quite natural. And I sometimes just put a Post-it note to remind myself next to my computer screen, ask questions first, right? Okay, insight number 3 is your energy sets the tone. Remember that. So if your energy, if you show up to a meeting or you walk into your school or your office or your work setting and your energy is low, your frequency is low, people are going to absorb that. They're going to feel it. It's just your vibrational frequency will just be there. People feel it, and you felt it too. Just think about a time when you were with somebody whose energy was high and positive and productive. You automatically, there's transference there, right? You became that as well. It's contagious. It's the same thing when your frequency is low and you're just kind of like dragging your feet and you're having a hard time just showing up and being present. Now, I'm not saying to be inauthentic here. Of course, if you're having a bad day, you're having a bad day. We all have bad days. But be mindful of your energy because it is contagious. And as a leader, I'm talking about consistency here. If you're consistently low energy, people do not want low energy leaders. They want leaders who take care of themselves, that have a spring in their step. They have a strong voice. They are present, vibrant, energetic. That's who they want. They do not want somebody who is a low frequency, negative, and just showing up to show up. So just be mindful about that, okay? Because I've seen leaders who they just don't have that spark, and it's so hard to get things off the ground. So I just thought it would be really important to add this to one of the insights, okay? So it's contagious. Just be mindful of the way you show up. You want to be really just present and attuned, I think, to other people and to also be mindful of your energy. Okay, so we're going to recap. Find your hidden influencers, right? Those silent leaders, the ones who have the unofficial power. Lead through questions and manage your energy. Like, these are strategies that I wish I had known sooner, but hey, I know them now and I'm sharing them with you. They're not just practical, they are transformative. And when you put them into practice, your leadership is going to soar, because don't forget, leadership is not about perfection, it's about progress. So I want to leave you with a little leadership challenge. I want you to take time this week to put one of these insights into action. Whether it's finding a hidden influencer or leading through a question. Next time you have a meeting with a subordinate, remind yourself, put a little post-it note saying start with questions, or just doing a body scan of your energy and how you're feeling. Choose something you want to focus on and make it a priority. These little small intentional steps, they can create a really powerful ripple effect, and they can help you manage your school community at a higher level where everyone will thrive and flourish throughout the year. All right. So I want to thank you for tuning in to this episode of Leadership Unleashed. I hope you're leaving here with a practical insight or two that you can apply to your leadership journey right away. So if you're ready to take your leadership practice to the next level, please visit daphnewalbridge.com for more resources, tools, and strategies to help you lead with confidence and ease. Hey, if you found this episode helpful, I'd love if you could subscribe, leave a review, or share it with a fellow leader who could use a little inspiration today. Let's keep building this amazing community of empowered leaders together. Until next time, keep leading with purpose and passion. You've got this.